What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another good and bad video for today. This one we're going to be doing the next good and bad video for the Walking Dead series. This one's going to be doing the good and bad of Jerry from The Walking Dead. Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video. This one we're going to be doing the good and bad of Jerry from The Walking Dead. Now, this video is going to be very, very interesting for me because, honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to say for the bad in this video. I got to be honest. There are so many good things about his character. There are so many good moments from Jerry in The Walking Dead series that I literally, and I think this is probably the only character, even characters like Rick, I can pick out, you know, the odd thing here and there that he does that maybe is a bad decision, but you know, I literally can't with Jerry. I don't know why. I just can't find anything that is really that bad about his character. There really isn't. So I'm gonna have to ask you guys, do you guys really know anything bad about his character? Do you really think that there's anything bad about his character? Now, we're gonna go through, we're gonna talk about everything about his character all the way through the series like we usually do, and if I think of anything, I will mention it, but for right now, I can't think of anything bad about his character. I don't know why. I really can't. So, anyway, though, nevertheless, this video was suggested by Epic Zombie Killer. Everybody go subscribe to Epic Zombie Killer, of course, for suggesting this video. I do have two videos in line after this one. I have the good and bad of Gregory coming up next. Then we will be doing the good and bad of Daniel from Fear the Walking Dead. So those are the next two coming up in the next following weeks, and then you know, we'll see where it goes from there. But I want to say a huge thank you for all the suggestions I've gotten for these videos. The good and bad videos are something that I think I'm going to at least do for probably the rest of this year, and then maybe going into next year, we'll see how things kind of go, and I may have a new series starting up in the new year, next year for these Saturday videos. So, just to let you guys know about that as well. Now, let's talk about Jerry. So, he's introduced in The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 2, The Well, and it's definitely not one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead, but it is a very good episode for Ezekiel, Jerry, and the Kingdom group, and basically he is part of the group that goes out and you know, makes the deal with the Saviors or whatever, and you know, obviously Jared's a huge, you know, troublemaker and stuff like that, and you know, Jerry kind of just keeps his mouth shut. But there was the one time, and I felt so bad for him, and he's like, don't interrupt the king, and then Jared just like hits him right on the face, you know, with Morgan's staff too, like that he stole from him just previously. So kind of crazy. Now, Jared loves cobblers, of course. That's one thing we find out a lot about in Season 7, of course. And he's just a very happy person. And, you know, even when they go to war, he's still very, you know, kind of confident and stuff like that, as is Ezekiel and everybody else. But obviously, you know, their confidence is a little destroyed once they all kind of get, you know, destroyed by the 50 cal, you know. And we get to see, basically, Jerry save Ezekiel. We have the axe, which is really cool. He saves Jerry from this one, like, savior, 70s looking savior dude or whatever that, basically is about to kill Ezekiel, and he gets chopped in half by Jerry. So that is the first decision I think Jerry did that is really, really good, is saving his king, and killing, you know, and getting rid of the threat. You know, that was really cool, man. When he split that guy in half, I was like, okay, I know it's Jerry, I knew it was, and then it cut to him being like, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So, I love that. Just the scream, everything. He saves his king. And then the stupid axe breaks. I'm just like, oh, man, you know. So, he borrows, you know, Ezekiel's sword, and he takes down a couple zombies or whatever. And I really like how he protects the king as well. He really, you know, he's like, get behind me, your majesty. I'll take care of the zombies. I'll go down fighting for you if I have to, you know. Jerry would die for Ezekiel. And I love that, because we don't see many characters in The Walking Dead, especially lately, that are really that close. Except for, like, people like Daryl and Carol or a few others like this. But, you know, Jerry and Ezekiel, they would do anything for, you know, one another. They are that good of friends. They've been friends for, like, over 10 years of the apocalypse. You know, they've really come a long way, the two of them, together. And I think it's really cool to see that. And I'm happy that both of them are still alive. Hopefully it'll stay that way for, you know, a long time, or for the long term of the show. I don't have confidence, unfortunately, that they will survive till the end of the show. But, you know, if they do, that would be really, really awesome. Now, Jerry doesn't really, you know, he wants to keep his job, but at the same time, time, Ezekiel, he says to Jerry, you know, I'm not your king, you can do whatever you want now, but Jerry's like, no, this is what I do, you know? Like, he's like, he told Carol, too, when Carol wanted to talk to Ezekiel in Season 8, Episode 6, you know, he told me to go, you know, but, I mean, it's what I do, and I completely agree. I think that it's what he does, and, you know, he's not going to change that now, you know, that's his king. His king is a little, you know, kind of messed up after what happened, but it's not going to change the fact that, you know, Jerry's position is still the same, you know, so that's kind of cool. Now, of course, they lose Shiva as well, a bunch of stuff like that, and we have Jerry that gets captured by Simon and Gary and the Saviors. Now, I'm gonna be honest, they got me on this, because I thought they were gonna kill Jerry right here in this scene. This is the most scared I've ever been for Jerry. Right here, honestly, I thought that he was gonna be shot in the head right here in front of Maggie and all of them. I just felt like they were setting it up, I felt like it was coming, and I was really glad to see that it didn't. But I was definitely on the edge of my seat in that scene a lot. And the other thing about this as well that I really enjoyed is, you know, how Maggie tricks, you know, Simon too, and you know, she's like, "Can I have the box?" and stuff like that, you know. And you can tell she was already mad that they had Jerry, let alone, you know, everything else. But I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. I figured I'd add that in there. But as well as we get to see All Out War play out, we got Ezekiel that kind of comes back a little bit in the second half of Season 8, and you know, he and Jerry are, you know, I mean, they're fighting together. We have Henry, the one episode where Henry kind of disappears. Carol goes looking for him and stuff like that. And I love Jerry's reaction when they see that Henry returns to the hilltop with Carol. You remember, he's like, "Your Majesty," and he's like, dude, and then the gates open, right? He's just awesome, you know. I really, that's all I gotta say. He's just awesome, you know. He's honestly the happiest person I think I've ever seen in the show. He's just awesome. So we get to see Season 9. We get to see the time skip. We get to see him and Nabila ended up together, which I think is really cool. As well as he's had a couple kids throughout the time skip. Rick leaves, all that stuff happens. He doesn't have too much of a role around this time, unfortunately, because they kind of focus more on Rick and, you know, what's going on with Rick, Maggie, Daryl, and the others, but them trying to go at Negan and stuff like that. But we get to see their kids. We get to see they go to the movie place to try to you know, or the theater to try to get a, you know, movie for the fair. I love when they have the music playing and Jerry's like singing along, and then he looks at Carol. He looks at Carol, and Carol's just like, you know, it's just like, oh my god, like, I can't even believe that this guy survived this long. But hey, every person in the zombie apocalypse needs somebody like Jerry. You can't deny that. Every person in the zombie apocalypse needs to have a friend like him, because honestly, he really just, he really kind of makes everything better, you know? It's just, I don't know, that's the thing about Jerry. He's somebody you just want to be friends with, because he's just that awesome, you know? Anyway, so we get to see the fair, we get to see everything. Now, Jerry actually, somehow through Season 10 and the Whispers, he actually and his family does survive, which I think is really good to see. Really, really good to see, and I'm happy about that. And as well as we get to see Ezekiel have cancer, and we have, you know, Jerry, and he doesn't tell Jerry right away, which I find unfortunate as well. Now, we get to see the cave, so, of course, Jerry, being, you know, a bit of a bigger guy, he can't really fit through, but I'm gonna be honest, this is the second time I worried about him a lot, because just kind of the intensity in that scene, I did think that the zombies bit him on the feet, or something crazy like that. Luckily, that didn't happen, but definitely crazy. Now, I want to focus as well, real quick at the end of this video, the goodbye between Ezekiel and Jerry. I mean, honestly, if that doesn't, you know, scream something's gonna happen to one of them, I don't know what does. So let's hope, let's keep our fingers crossed that nothing happens to either one of them, but definitely it's something worth mentioning. So I don't know, like, is there anything bad about him? This is the first ever video, guys, where on a good and bad video, the bad does not apply here at all. So I don't know, should I just call this the good of Jerry? I don't know. Maybe, okay, what I'll do is I'll put the thumbnail as the good and bad of Jerry like normal, and if people let me know in the comment section, are like, Dan, change the thumbnail to just the good of Jerry, then that's what I'll do. Because honestly, I mean, what is so bad about him? There's nothing bad about Jerry. He's just, he's an awesome character. That's all I gotta say. So, anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. Gregory next week, we'll talk about Gregory. There is some bad about Gregory, so we'll get back to that next week. But, anyway, guys, if you're new here, guys, click the subscribe button to send my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys, as well as a huge thank you to Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this video. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?